Yo, what's up, everybody? It's me, Stacy Price again. Welcome. It's been some time. I hope you've been enjoying the recent episodes that I've been sharing on here, of course. And yeah, just got speechless for a bit. But um, I just wanted to jump in instead of showing the shows that we have and just ask you. When you're supposed to be recording and like you forget to put things on mute, whatever. Anyway, so I just want to actually jump in and ask you, what do you think about the content? What do you think about some of the topics we've been covering, and is it helpful and of service to you? Because at the end of the day, not end of the day. At the end of the day, the whole point is to share information with you that's going to help you get to your next level of whether it's growth or learning about yourself or learning about others, whatever the case is. My goal is to educate and share the knowledge that I learned from some really awesome people. Um, so today I was actually thinking, actually, this week, I've been thinking about what can stop you, right? Like, what's really going to stop you from being yourself? What's going to stop you from getting to that next level and whatever it is that you want to do? I think some of us, we have, tasks, whether it's like clean out the garage or do laundry. I think that's the number one, do laundry. There's different things that we want to do, but we don't do it for whatever reason. We put it off, we forget about it, we don't put it on the list, things like that. And I guess, in a sense, this was inspired by Maria Daniels' posts. Maria Daniels has a great podcast called Successfully Chaotic that you guys should check out. But, I was actually thinking about some ideas that I've had, right? I've literally had ideas about things I've wanted to do, whether it's record a video, write a blog, go somewhere, and I'm always like, you know what, today's not the day for it. Like, maybe not today. Maybe I'll do it next week. Maybe I'll do it then. And I realized that when you put things off, or when we put something off, I mean, if it's scheduled, we get it done. But sometimes it's hard to come back to for whatever reason. And for me specifically, it was filming a video. And it's kind of funny because I set up this here backdrop and apparently it's see-through. Weird. Um, Grateful to have it still. Grateful to have it still. I'm sure I could use it, um, but it's been in the box since my girlfriend got it for me for Christmas. So it's been just sitting there. And the funny thing is, before I got it, I was like, oh my God, when I get this thing, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this. And then finally it arrived, and I was like, oh, it's here. Like, what are we going to do? And it's funny because I realized with me, I don't know if you guys see this, but I realized I was like, wait a minute. Now that I have it, I'm not taking action. What's holding me back? Is it because time is an excuse? Like, let's get it straight. You can't say you don't have time because you do have time. I think it's about making time that really matters. And what does that making time? I would use my other hand, but I'm not using this tripod that I bought. So we're gonna work on that. But what does making time look like for you? Like, write that down. Like, what does making time look like for me? Does it look like in the morning? Does it look like in the afternoon? Is it in the evening? Is it like, when is it? Because never is not an option and later is not an option. You want to do it. So when is it going to happen? And I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I'm going to set clear expectations with myself and I'm going to get this done. And the funny thing was, the video that I did, you could check it out on LinkedIn. I had to realize for myself, because I always want to be a perfectionist. I want it to look the way it looks in my head. And I realized that sometimes um, it doesn't need to look like that, because to get it to that level, it's going to take time. And then I thought about, like, what's the overall message? Like, what's the whole point in doing what you do? And then when I thought about it like that, I was like, oh, like, maybe I just need to do it and figure it out. And I felt great about it. I felt great that I got the video out, and I realized I was like, oh, this is bringing me back to when I first started doing these videos every Wednesday. I was like, I remember doing my first video and I was just like, hey, and I was just staring at the camera and I had no idea what to say. And now I could just jump on and do it. So I realized that although this is a little bit different, it's the same because it's me doing something that I've been thinking about, but I didn't bring it into the real world, which is reality. So the only way to get better at it is to do it. So here I am. So what is it that you've been putting off? Like, is it, is that exercise equipment covered in clothes? Like, are you hesitant about your gym membership? Is it you wanted to paint and you're not painting, or you want to make music and it's not out yet? Like, what is it? And even if, is it the person you like and you want to ask out? Like, why are you putting it off? You know, are you lost in your mind? Are you stuck in thought? Because I'll tell you this, learning from experience, thinking about it is fine, but thinking about it too much creates hesitation. And with hesitation, we don't take action. So I hope that whatever it is that you want to do, that project you've been putting off, or if you want to do something to your house and you're like, oh, I don't have it, and oh, I can't do this, and oh, like, draw it out. Like, get it out of your head. I think, the more we do that practice, the more we take stuff that's in our head and get it out and just do something. Like, I don't care what it is. If it's a video you want to film or whatever it is, just do it and put it out and stop looking for perfection, because that whole point of looking for perfection, it's just going to delay the process. And you'd be surprised of who's going to love the content you create when it's just out the way it is. You'd be surprised. I know it's surprised me because I'm just like, oh, I didn't even do this. People are like, yeah, I know what you mean. I get it. And it's interesting, and it's realizing that you're not alone. Like, you're not alone. It's an illusion. I was looking at this girl. I'm actually curious to possibly have her on a future episode. 15 years old, um, talks about how she had suicidal thoughts and she's going through a tough time, and she realized that she was going through depression. Those things come in like a package deal, and it really sucks. But she was able to awaken and learn more about herself, and she actually does public speaking and speaks to teenagers, and it helps them to learn about themselves. And I think that's the thing here. We got to start working with the teenagers and other people that are in doubt about themselves, because a lot of it is overthinking and getting lost in an idea or a perception, and it's really a disconnect from reality. So if we could focus more and align with taking action more, and this is the thing about taking action. I realized today that I didn't feel like filming anything. I really didn't. I was like, look, I don't feel it today. I feel really drained. I don't want to do it. And what got me out of the funk was thinking about why it's important and why now is necessary. And by going into action, I realized that the anxiety and the doubt and the fear started to subside. And although it was kind of still there, the voice was not as loud as it were to be if I was to stagnate and not take action. So it's so important to, even though you don't feel like it, like whether it's like you don't want to go to work, or you don't want to do this, or you don't want to write, or you don't want to do it, like, do it anyway and see what you create. We're all creators and we all have greatness within us, but we can't see it if we don't take action to unlock it. So why not try? And even if you do fail, let's say it looks like crap. Let's say you draw something that comes out like stick figures and you can't even draw the line straight. At least you know what you need to work on. And you could start somewhere. Like, I know a lot of artists be like, yo, hands, I can't draw hands. I've heard many artists talk about, they're like, hands, I could draw faces, I could draw shoulders, I can't draw hands. But you have to start somewhere. practice every day. Don't let a day go by where you don't practice your craft. Like, I watch my mom all the time crochet, and she's at the point where she doesn't even look at what she's doing. And I had to think about it. I was like, I grew up knowing that she's crocheting and creating all these beautiful things, and I'm thinking like she just had it. You know what I mean? And the fact is she had to start somewhere. And she had to start from the beginning, whether it's like she would say single chain crochet, like whether it's that or not. Like, I was able to watch my little sister even pick that up and start making clothes for her dolls. And now she's like a big time amazing makeup artist and content creator. How, like, it starts with a start. It really starts with a start, and it starts with taking action. And that's the major key for today. Take action, even though you don't feel like it, and even though you don't have all the answers, just start. Even if it's that you just show up and you like, okay, I'm gonna put the backdrop up and I'm gonna see what happens. Like, I put this thing up and I was like, that sucker is wrinkled. I was like, I need to take the wrinkles out. And then once I started taking the wrinkles out, I'm like, okay, I could do this. Like, all right, baby steps, like we're moving in the right direction. And that's the key. Just start doing whatever it is and stop saying I can't or they won't let me and it doesn't feel right. Get in the zone. I need you to lock in. Okay? Lock in. Guys, once again, my name is Stacy Price. Thank you for watching this episode. If it spoke to you, it would mean a lot to me to have you support my show by sharing it with a friend. Drop it in somebody's DM, be like, yo, man, I was telling you about your music, put it out. Whatever it is, I don't care. Just share it with somebody, because my goal is to awaken us to realize that we are creators and that we have purpose in our life. And the only way to find it is to pay that price, which is an everyday practice, no matter what it looks like. And eventually we'll get to where we want to be. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week, Wednesday at 5 p.m. Have a great day.